So recently I shot a live HIIT workout, and Sabine, which was so cool, reached out to me and mentioned that she, from my cue about ankle mobility and in getting into that squat position, she definitely needs to work on that. I'm referring to when people squat and they need to have their heels off the ground due to usually ankle mobility restrictions. So she took it upon herself and found these incredible videos on how to work how to improve flexibility through soft tissue stretching, but also this really cool exercise I'm going to show you today. So thank you, Sabine. This is fantastic. I follow the person who kind of guided us through these 3 movements, and I have to say I completely support and love all 3 of these. So here they are for you. So you're going to get a pretty thick band. This is my purple band. It's attached to my anchor, which is my squat rack. You can use whatever you want. I've got an elevated block here. So you can use like a yoga stack or a little step or a plate, which is about this high off the ground. So that's important. So once you get the band in the right specific spot, so it has to be nice and low, anchored below those ankle bones, okay? Because what's happening here is we're feeling restriction in the front part of our foot often, which leads to tightness and inflexible ranges of motion in that calf. So what we're going to do is this band and this movement actually takes pressure off the front part of the foot, will then improve that mobility there. So you're going to get enough tension. You might have to add a dumbbell. Okay, in the video, he puts a dumbbell on this leg to stabilize you more. So if you need that, get a kettlebell or a dumbbell that will help kind of stabilize this movement. And then you're gonna feel a pull. So I feel a pull here. This leg is at 90 degrees and so is this one. So kick this foot out so you can establish, all maintaining pressure on that correct part of the bone. Hopefully you can see this. And then you're just gonna glide forward. And now if you're not feeling some decompression or the tension coming off of here, you need to lower the band. If the band is too high, you will not get that range of motion or that discomfort being removed off that front part of the ankle. So a little bit of maneuvering here on my part. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go forward and back. So they call this gliding. Okay, so you're gliding forward and then back. So again, if you're not feeling the pressure come off that front part of the foot, just lower that band so you're getting there. If it moves up, you definitely will need to anchor it down lower. Okay, forward and back. His recommendation is to do 20 movements back and forth, holding for about 3 seconds and back. So it's 1, 2, 3, and back. So about 20 of those. Okay, I'm gonna do it in real time here, so I do want to make sure that this video isn't too long. And then we also need to make sure that we're stretching out the soleus. So the gastric, obviously we need to stretch, which I'll go through as well. But the soleus muscle, which is the one a little lower, needs to be stretched in order to get a better squat and more improved ankle mobility. How do you do that? You grab something elevated. Okay, bench. In this case for me, I'm aware not all of you have a bench, so you'll certainly have to be creative, but we've all managed to do that quite well over the last few years. So here's what we're doing. Place your foot, elevate your foot, and then you're just gonna deep stretch into it. You will feel a little bit of the gastroc, but more the soleus stretch here. So you're just going to hold this stretch. Again, if you are very, very sore or tight, you'll feel an intense stretch. I actually been working on ankle movement, flexibility, mobility for the past year. So as you can see, so full foot on the pad, this is actually not much of a stretch for me. Again, consistency takes pressure off your locked joints and adds mobility instantly, but that's consistency has to be there. I'm definitely proof of this. And then the last thing we're gonna do is you're gonna grab something weighted to offset the squat. Okay, this is a plate, this is going to be hard. And I just want you to hold the plate out in front, dumbbell, whatever, it doesn't have to be this. Okay, and then we're just going to squat down and hold, okay? So what this balanced weight does is it balances you up. Okay, so look at how straight my back is, right? If you're not able to do this yet because of your restrictions in that ankle, then this is going to be something that you're going to be doing as often as you can. I actually do this in the middle of my workout. I'll just grab something heavy, and instead of grabbing my phone and being sidetracked through life, I add some type of mobility in as a active rest recovery set. So there are the things that I want you to do. Obviously the gastroc has to be stretched too. So you want to grab onto the stair, right onto the stair, and then lower off the step. And that will get you into the gastroc. So adding these mobility challenges on a regular basis will help improve mobility in the ankle, take tension off the front of the foot, and create some flexibility and more movement in the back of your calf and soleus. But it has to be done consistently. So please be mindful of this. If you are squatting like a rock star, those heels are down, then you're doing great, but still being proactive and incorporating these into your workout is going to be something that is going to have to be happening on a regular basis, especially if you're entering into your 40s and 50s.